its forage value. Triticale being a hybrid, it just grew about 25% more forage, maybe 30% more forage. Our original idea was that this was a food because the protein was superior to wheat protein. Uh, it had better balance of amino acids, and we thought we're going to make a health food, and in case something happens to wheat, we're going to be ready to feed the world. Well, that's turned out to be a long, complicated process, and we're still learning how to make food today. I hope before I die, I'll have bread on the market. Nevertheless, we noticed that it made tremendous forage. It was just a bigger, wider leafed, taller, and it was a obvious no-brainer. This is where we had to go, was as forage. Our first customers were ranchers who either grazed it or made hay, and as we expanded, we went to dairies, and for dairies it became silage. Excellent silage, we found out, although it took many years to get there. But the big push on triticale that got, I think we're on about maybe 1.3 million acres in the United States now. It's because of its use as silage in the dairy industry. Split the program into two parts, a part for grain and a part for forage. And Dr. Jenkins' first forage variety released with his name, the variety Jenkins. And that it was also released in 1973 before plant variety protection. And in order to be able to keep the market, I decided that the best thing to do was to make a blend of the triticale variety 208, the first variety released, and Jenkins. And that worked very well because it evened out the grazing throughout the season, gave them more grazing, and so it was a workable product. But luckily, it kept farmers from saving seed because they didn't want to save a mix. Yeah. And so we developed a grazing mix that was mostly used for grazing and hay, and later the pure lines became silage.